November has stormed into Europe, bringing a dramatic shift from the calm autumn days many expected. Instead of gentle weather, powerful storms are sweeping across the continent, unleashing heavy rain, strong winds, and even thunderstorms. Just weeks ago, a high-pressure system shielded Europe, keeping things dry and quiet. Now that shield is gone, opening the door for Atlantic storms to surge in. These systems are hitting Western and Southern Europe hardest, especially the Iberian Peninsula, with Portugal and Spain in the crosshairs. The storms are coming in waves, leaving little time for recovery between each event. Saturated ground and relentless wind are increasing the risk of flooding and damage. Even the UK and Ireland are feeling the effects, showing how interconnected Europe's weather can be. This is a widespread, dangerous pattern, and millions need to stay alert. Nature's power is on full display as November begins. So, why the sudden chaos? What has caused this dramatic shift in Europe's weather patterns? It all comes down to the breakdown of a high-pressure system that had been dominating the region. For weeks, this high pressure acted as a barrier, keeping storms at bay and skies clear, creating a period of unusually calm weather. But once it weakened, the gate opened, letting Atlantic low-pressure systems, full of moisture and energy, sweep into Europe, bringing with them turbulent weather. The jet stream, now aimed directly at Western Europe, is steering storm after storm toward Portugal, Spain, and the UK, creating a conveyor belt of bad weather. This isn't just a one-off event, it's a cycle of repeated storms, each compounding the last, leading to significant flooding and damage. Even at the end of October, a cold front from Iceland signaled the change, priming the atmosphere for what's happening now, setting the stage for a stormy season. The result is a relentless, active weather pattern with little relief in sight, as storm after storm continues to batter the region. The breakdown of high pressure was the final trigger, unleashing the full force of the Atlantic and changing the weather dynamics dramatically. Europe is now locked in a stormy cycle, with each system adding to the risk and making recovery more difficult. The stage is set for a turbulent start to November, with no immediate end in sight for this stormy weather. Understanding this shift is key to staying prepared. Knowing what to expect can help communities brace for impact and take necessary precautions. The Iberian Peninsula is the first major target of this new stormy pattern. Portugal and Spain are facing a dangerous low-pressure system, bringing torrential rain and severe thunderstorms. The storm, loaded with tropical moisture, is dumping intense downpours, especially in northeastern Spain. Flash flooding is a real threat as rivers and drainage systems struggle to cope. Severe thunderstorms could bring, Media Group, urban flash flooding in Spain, overflowing river in Portugal, Istoca distributed equally damaging winds, large hail and even isolated tornadoes, especially in southern Portugal and southwestern Spain. As the system moves east, eastern Spain and the Mediterranean coast are next in line. Strong winds are battering coastlines and higher elevations, risking power outages and damage. The ocean is rough, with powerful waves making beaches hazardous. Residents are urged to stay away from the coast and remain alert for weather warnings. The relentless rain and wind are testing the region's resilience. The Iberian Peninsula is under siege, and the danger isn't over yet. Let's break down the threats: rain, wind, hail, and even tornadoes. Each of these hazards can bring its own set of dangers, and when they combine in a single storm system, the risks multiply quickly. The storm is pulling deep Atlantic moisture, leading to intense rainfall, several inches in just hours, especially in hilly areas. This kind of rapid rainfall can overwhelm drainage systems and quickly saturate the ground. Flash flooding is a major risk, particularly near rivers and low-lying regions. Water can rise with little warning, turning roads into rivers and making travel extremely dangerous. Winds are fierce, driven by a tight pressure gradient, with the strongest gusts along coasts, in high terrain, and inside thunderstorms. These winds can make outdoor conditions hazardous and even threaten structures. Some gusts could reach hurricane force, causing tree and power line damage. Power outages are likely, and debris can become airborne, posing additional risks to people and property. Large hail is another unusual threat for this time of year, especially in southern Portugal and southwestern Spain. Hailstones can fall suddenly, catching people and animals off guard. Powerful updrafts in thunderstorms can produce hailstones big enough to damage cars and crops. Even a brief hailstorm can leave behind significant destruction, from shattered windows to ruined harvests. The storm's rotation also brings a risk of tornadoes, rare in Europe, but possible in these conditions. Tornadoes can form quickly and with little warning, making them especially dangerous. Even weak tornadoes can cause significant local damage, tearing roofs from buildings and uprooting trees in their path. The greatest tornado risk is within lines of strong thunderstorms. These storms can also bring intense lightning, adding to the overall danger. Residents need reliable ways to receive weather alerts. Early warnings can save lives, so make sure your devices are charged and notifications are enabled. This is not a typical autumn storm. Every threat is amplified. The combination of rain, wind, hail, and tornadoes makes this event especially dangerous for communities in its path. Staying informed is crucial as the storm unfolds. Keep monitoring updates from trusted sources and be ready to act quickly if conditions worsen. The storm won't stop at the Iberian Peninsula. It's heading east, fueled by the warm Mediterranean Sea. Islands like Corsica and Sardinia are next, facing heavy rain, flash flooding, and landslides due to their mountainous terrain. The system then targets mainland Italy, bringing intense rain and thunderstorms to the western coast and beyond. As it moves across the Adriatic, Greece and the southern Balkans will be hit by more heavy rain and storms. Many areas are already saturated, so the risk of flooding and mudslides is high. This is a slow-moving event, meaning rain will linger and totals will climb. The entire Mediterranean region, from Spain's Balearic Islands to Greece, faces a week of unsettled, dangerous weather. Residents and travelers must monitor forecasts and be ready to act on flood warnings. The storm's journey shows how weather in one region can impact millions across borders. The Mediterranean is bracing for prolonged assault. Preparation and vigilance are essential. While the south battles storms, with intense downpours and dramatic lightning lighting up the Mediterranean skies, other parts of Europe face entirely different weather stories, each region experiencing its own unique challenges and surprises. Central Europe, including Germany and Poland, is under a new high-pressure system, bringing a welcome break from the recent unsettled weather. This system is keeping things calm and dry for now, with blue skies and mild temperatures offering a sense of relief. This high pressure acts like a shield, diverting storms north and south, sparing the center from the worst rain, and keeping the heart of Europe relatively dry. The UK and Ireland, meanwhile, are caught in a relentless stream of unsettled weather, with remnants of former hurricanes and new systems bringing frequent rain, gusty winds, and gray skies that seem to linger. Scandinavia and Iceland are seeing heavy snow, with thick blankets covering the landscape, as powerful storms meet cold Arctic air, creating blizzards and whiteout conditions typical for this time of year. Even the Alps and Pyrenees could see snow at higher elevations, adding to the winter wonderland scenes. The Balkans are already dealing with thunderstorms and saturated ground, as rivers swell and fields become waterlogged, raising flood risks when the main storm arrives, and communities brace for possible evacuations. Each region faces its own challenges: floods in the south, snow in the north, and relentless rain in the west, with persistent rain soaking cities like Dublin and London, making daily life a little more difficult. The diversity of Europe's weather this week is truly striking, with dramatic contrasts unfolding from one country to the next. The continent is a patchwork of extremes, all unfolding at once, making it a fascinating time for weather watchers. Staying aware of local conditions is more important than ever, as forecasts can change quickly and impact daily routines. Europe's weather is a study in contrasts, reminding us of the continent's incredible variety and the need to stay prepared for whatever comes next. The current storm isn't the end, more are on the way. Another Atlantic system is set to hit by Friday, bringing more rain to already saturated Portugal and Spain. This next storm will follow a similar path, moving into the Mediterranean and threatening Corsica, Sardinia, Italy, and Greece, with more heavy rain. Back-to-back storms mean little time for recovery, raising the risk of widespread flooding and landslides. The weekend looks just as stormy as midweek for much of southern Europe. Looking ahead, yet another system is developing over North America, set to cross the Atlantic and impact Ireland, the UK and Portugal early next week. The storm conveyor belt shows no signs of stopping. This could last another week or more. Residents must stay vigilant. Each new storm compounds the danger. Emergency services and infrastructure will be stretched to their limits. November 2025 is shaping up to be a month of relentless storms. Europe's wild weather has roots thousands of miles away in North America. Storms often start as disturbances over Canada or the US, then travel east, gathering strength over the Atlantic. The storm arriving Friday began as a coastal system in Newfoundland, bringing wind and snow before heading for Europe. Another system, now over the Dakotas, will intensify as it crosses the ocean, targeting Europe next week. The jet stream acts as a highway, steering these storms straight at Western Europe. Its current path is like a fire hose, delivering one system after another. This transatlantic connection lets European forecasters see what's coming days in advance. Understanding these links is crucial for early warnings and preparation. Europe's weather is shaped by global forces, not just local conditions. The Atlantic is the engine behind this stormy parade. With storms battering Europe, preparation is key. Stay informed through official forecasts and have a reliable way to receive warnings. Know your flood risk, move to higher ground if needed, and never drive through floodwaters. Secure outdoor items and avoid coastlines during high winds and waves. These storms highlight how global weather patterns affect us all. Meteorologists use these connections to provide earlier, more accurate warnings. The unsettled pattern is likely to continue for at least another week. Remain vigilant, check on neighbors, and follow expert advice. By staying aware and working together, communities can weather this challenging period safely. November's wild start is a test of preparedness, and one we can pass.